Jay, I'm trying not to go there. I'm trying not to go there.
Let's hear what Tracy has to say. Come on.
Because I'm just saying, as a woman who's taken, if I got up to get dressed and I knew that I was going to see my man and I wore some nice heels, I may not have panties on today. But that's not because I'm not a lady.
I'm the only guy in this.
I'm just saying, but I'm just saying, it doesn't make me any less of a woman because I'm feeling sexy, sensual, and even amorous toward my man.
And you're not a thought.
And that doesn't make me
a thought.
Thank you, a thought.
We as men don't know that.
You're not supposed to know. Surprise.
Right.
Surprise, Jay. Surprise.
About the 24-hour Walmart is actually the 24-hour after the club joint. Because when you go in there, what you see is basically the overflow from the club.
I
need you to get out of Walmart, Jay.
Jay, let me ask you this quick question, Jay. I'm sorry to interrupt you, but let me ask you this quick question. Can I ask you an honest question?
Sure.
Are you possessive?
No, I'm not. I'm not. And I'm not a jealous person.
Okay. Everybody, know what? You know what? Stop right there. When you say you're not a jealous person, everybody is jealous.
Not me.
Everybody's a liar. Everybody's jealous.
Listen. Let me say this to you.
Okay. I lie all the time. I try to lie to get ahead in life.
In my past life,
okay,
I was judgmental. I was very condescending and very disrespectful. But once I got the Lord in my life, I learned that, you don't judge. And as far as being possessive and jealous, understand this. At the end of the day, she's coming home to me. She's not going home with the guy that bought her a drink in the club. She's not going home with the person that's undressing her with his eyes and looking at her with lust. She's coming home to me. And if she is carrying herself like that when she's out in public, I'm relaxed with that. Did you understand or hear me say that I got a long distance relationship? And when I say long distance, I get to Chicago every other month to make sure that I keep that fire burning. I'm willing to travel because I love this woman that much. And how I carry myself in Cleveland or carry myself in California or New York when I travel for the company is the same way I carry myself when I'm with her. Now, I'm not going to sit here and lie and say that eye candy, and even at work, is not necessary for a day because I love our sisters. I love our pretty black sisters. I love the culture. I love the way they dress, the way they talk, the swag. I just like that. But at the end of the day, I know who I love, where my heart is at, and who I'm going to be with. But you can't get in my face. Your intentions has to be professional. Mm-hmm. I don't even jug. I don't jug. You said something earlier that if I stayed at my job, they would terminate me about the microphones, about the ladies grabbing the microphones. Why does the ladies always like to grab something big and black? I say something like that where I work at, that's going to get me terminated after 15 years. So even with my capacity, the way I work around women, I can't say stuff like that.
But
I can't
Yvonne addressed that.
Disrespectful stuff like that. That'll get me terminated for real.
Okay.
Can I just say, Jay, the one thing
Thank you very much for calling in, Jay. Thank you.
Hey, but you know what? I want to say this, and I appreciate you guys let me horn in on the conversation. I want to say God bless. And you tell that young lady, Miss Yvonne, that I said I bet she's a very beautiful girl. Thank you.
Okay. I will. Thank you very much. All right. That was Jay calling all the way from Cleveland, Ohio, trying to get some brownie points from one of these young ladies. I don't know who he was trying to hit up on, but I appreciate him calling in. We are here live, Singles and Mingle. Once again, I know y'all probably listen like, okay, is that the topic of the show? No, that's the name of the show, Singles and Mingle. We're talking about being single in this industry and coping with it and how to overcome the issues of being single or going back into that field, because even dating or being engaged, you're still single. You're still single, but you're still mingling. You can be out here in this world and at a black tie fair and you mingling with somebody and somebody hit up on you. How would you handle that situation? Don't feel that. Oh, I had a young lady say, "Well, hey, I had an old friend, 15 years ago. We went out to dinner, and he asked me what I want. A steak dinner. Okay, but we just friends. We just hanging out. No, that was a date. That's a date.
Right.
Am I correct, ladies?
That's right.
Giovanni, am I correct?
Correct.
If you go out with a friend and you say, okay, we just mingling, we just hanging out. In your mind, you think you're hanging out, but in the guy's mind, that's a date.
That's a date.
Correct.
That's a date. And when I brought it to the person's attention, they're like, no, we weren't on no date. You were on a date.
Let's see how men and women, our thought patterns are so
Okay.
different from each other.
And the thing is, even though you might be in a professional industry, oh no, we just friends, knowing each other. But
You have to be very careful.
You have to understand, you're on a date.
But you
And-
have
and
for
being
me-
single-
For me, I have to interject for
Go ahead.
a second because I do have lunch dates. I don't want to call them dates, but I mean I have lunch
Right.
meetings.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So they're just meetings, nothing else.
But you're in a
But they
hotel
can
or
be construed as something
restaurant
else.
or something like that, and you're having drinks and talking over
I don't
business.
drink. I only drink soda. So
That's why soda, ginger ale, club soda. That's what I mean, having a drink.
I get you.
But at the same time, you're not going out late at night at 7 or 8 o'clock at night, going to Outbacks or going to Longhorn or somewhere like that.
Here's the thing with what I do.
Okay, go
Because
ahead.
I'm in the entertainment industry, my job doesn't start until after 8 or 7.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So then a lot of times you may be talking to a promoter or something at an event that's, 8, 9, 10, 12, 1, 2 o'clock in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
That's just the way it is. And you just have to be confident in yourself, and your relationship with your guy to know that he knows that you know your boundaries and you're not going to overstep those. So
Mm-hmm.
I think it's just per relationship. I know who I am. I know who I belong to, and I conduct myself as that. And if somebody that I'm meeting with, they cross that line, if they try to, if we're talking about business and they're trying to talk to me personally, then I have to cut them off.
Can you tell when a guy is homing in on you and trying to talk to you on a dating?
Yeah, they get
aspect?
personal.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean.
Okay. Okay. What do you consider getting personal?
They ask you too many personal questions.
Okay.
You don't need to know how many kids I have to book my talent.
Okay.
Period.
Okay. All right.
So, just anything that's personal. I mean, there's some things that, you might talk about, or, you go into a meeting, I'm late because my kid did X, Y, Z, or, and that, that's different, but you don't take it any further than that.
Okay. Okay. Get it? Same question. Did you forget the question?
Yeah.
Y'all
How do you
supposed
know
to have.
it get personal?
Oh, how do I know if
If a
yeah.
guy's getting personal.
Well, like last night, the guy was, pushing up on me, telling me, I just got out the joint and where your man at? And when I told him, he still was like, well, so he ain't here right now. That's getting personal after I just told you that I'm in a relationship. He should respect that.
Mm-hmm.
But most guys don't.
Right. But yeah, I agree with Yvonne.
They think it's a game.
Tracy?
I mean, I agree with the ladies. Any question sometimes outside of, if it's a business meeting, like you said, it should be regarding the, that business. But when you start saying, so what you doing later, or you got a man?
Right.
Is that your car? I mean, that is personal.
Exactly.
Well, how many kids you got? How many, it's just.
What you do for a living? I don't even know you.
Yeah, so I mean, we know, we women, we can discern that. That's not hard to do. We can tell when somebody's, even if they're looking at you from across the room and all of a sudden 2 seconds later they've made their way next to you. All right, here it comes. But sometimes, here, can I give you my card? It's always a line.
Yeah.
It is.
So you think every time a guy approaches you is always throwing you a line?
No, but most of the time, I mean, they have to open their mouth for me to know it's a line, but it's always something. I mean, a simple hello is okay. We can speak nod or whatever, but then it's so you got a man, or who you waiting on? You waiting? I mean, it's just sometimes they're just in your space.
and it makes you want to vomit.
Uncomfortable.
Yeah, but we know.
Say it again, Yvonne.
It makes you want to vomit. It's so just disgusting to me. It's
And that's what I'm talking about with singles and mingle. What turns you on? What turns you off? You just told me your pet peeve right now. And even though that you're in a relationship, you're still out here in this industry and people out here in this world, but people still have that perception about you being single. And what is it that gets under your skin when a single man comes up to you? And even for me as a single man, you know, I see a young lady. No offense, Gidget, but would I approach you as a single man? I know you if you were single, but image, like Jay said, image projects a lot. And what is it that attracts a guy? You know, what is it that captures your attention? Might not capture Tracy or Yvonne's attention in a man. I know women still have that stigma. Well, they look at the man's feet and see how big his feet is, and see his hands or see his teeth. So what? Okay. Well, I don't. Somebody just threw me off. Oh yeah, I know. Yeah, I know that. Oh yeah, it is. Yeah. So it's we have to get a clear understanding what a relationship is all about, and being single and mingling and working together. Because if you don't, then you have some issues going on in a relationship. You might not want a relationship. You might just want it as a business relationship. But as a single man, what is it that I look for when I see a young lady? If you got multicolored fingernail polish on your hands and your fingernail polish is chipped up looking like you 2 years old, or your toes are all jacked up, ashy feet, am I going to approach you? No, I'm not. I don't care how good you look in your outfit. You can have on a mink coat or whatever the case may be. It's, you know, hey. Right. All this multicolored hair, red here, green here. You know, the time is 6:45. It looks like we got another person coming in. The show is almost over, and I appreciate him coming in. Late comer. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a gentleman that just came in. Late comer. I hope you're not late on your dates, man. You know, I understand you're a working man, but how are you doing today, sir?
I'm doing pretty good. Sir, I'm doing pretty good. Sorry I'm late.
Say it again.
I said I'm doing pretty good. Sorry I'm late.
All right. We have Mr. Malcolm Steele. He's 43 years of age, and he came in just almost at the tail end of the show when the show was almost over. But we're talking about being single and mingling. Let me ask you a question, Yvonne. What's your definition of being single and mingling?
Well, I mean, that doesn't refer to me, but you mean just in general.
In general. I know it don't pertain to you.
To make that clear.
I know it does not, because you're taken. You're in love with your boo, whoever he is. But tell me from your point of view, what is the difference between being single and mingling?
Well, single is, I think that you're confident in yourself, and that you may not really want a spouse or boyfriend or whatever, and you're fine. But mingling is that, just what it says. You're mingling. You're testing the waters. You're searching. So I think to me that's what it is. I mean, it's clear.
Okay, Miss Gidget.
To me, it goes hand in hand. Single and mingling. Mm-hmm. That means just what it is. You're not in a relationship. You're mingling, you're dating, you're going to the clubs, you're going out with your girls, you hanging out late, you coming in when you want. Single and mingling.
Okay. Miss Tracy?
Just as the lady said, but as one. I mean, you're solo. me mano, you mano. But to mingle is what some single people do.